Hayes Entertainment exclusive.
The #1 sports podcast in Vancouver with Ryan Hayes and Big Mike.
Goalies that are going to college. You need time. When does the CHL goalie rate one out other than Murray?
From Steinbach to Manitoba Junior League, Matthew Thiessen.
Well, how's it going?
Good. How you doing, bud?
Doing good, thanks.
So I'm Ryan. Nice to meet you.
I'm Big Mike.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, bud. Hey, thanks for taking your time for us today, man. We really appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem at all.
So we're just going to ask you a bunch of questions. We're going to start off here pretty quick. Curiously, where were you when you got drafted?
So I was just at home. I was in my basement, actually, right where I am right now, just sitting on the couch, kind of watching the whole thing go by. And then, I was with my parents. We were watching the whole thing. And I didn't really know if I was going to get drafted or not. It was kind of a little bit up in the air. But then I got a phone call from my family advisor and looked on the screen right shortly after. And sure enough, my name was up there. And I couldn't believe it. I was stoked. I was pretty happy to be going to Vancouver. And, it was obviously a dream that I've had ever since I was a kid. And when that dream comes true, it's a pretty special moment.
Yeah, I totally believe that, man. Going to Vancouver is a huge thing, and going the round. And seventh round, it doesn't matter. That's a huge thing. And we couldn't be happier when we drafted you. We were actually watching the whole draft too. So
definitely was,
okay.
And especially the day you were drafted. I think I messaged you actually. If you scrolled all the way to the top of our messages, I messaged you welcoming you to Vancouver.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that happened back in the day. So I was wondering, what drives you to get up and train every morning?
So actually, I ever since this whole COVID thing happened, I got home and then was home for about a month. So I had to self-quarantine and do all that stuff for 2 weeks. And then I think after about a month, I started working full-time. So I've been working pretty much full-time since then. So I work 7 to 4. Then when I get off, I come home, rest or take a short nap, something like that, and then just get in the gym and get in my home gym. I made a couple homemade things. Like I made a homemade squat rack, homemade pull-up bar. Tried to get a little bit innovative with that stuff. And then, I just get in there and try to grind it out and have the rest of the evening do stuff. But I enjoy working out. Like I can get motivated. I can self-motivate myself pretty well. So I think that helps during this whole situation and stuff because you're not going to a gym, you're not seeing trainers and stuff like that. You have to do a lot by yourself. So I think I'm doing pretty good with that.
Self-motivated, that's huge.
Hey, that's what I had to do. I had to buy all my gym stuff at home. So.
Oh, yeah. Bring it all over.
Yeah, definitely.
Just out of curiosity, what did you think when you got drafted by the Canucks? Did you know much about them? Did you was it a team you got drafted by, or sorry, not drafted by? Question. Interviewed?
Yeah, so I was pretty familiar, obviously, with all the cup runs and stuff like that. They were a Canadian team, so I was rooting for them with the Sedins and the Longo and stuff. It was pretty fun to watch. So yeah, with those runs, I kind of hopped on the bandwagon a little bit and was cheering for them all the time and liked them ever since that time pretty much. But during the year, I think I did one questionnaire for them. I never really talked to them, but I filled out a questionnaire, sent it in to them. And then, obviously when draft day came, I didn't really know at all where I was going. I was just hoping to get drafted by anyone. And when Vancouver took me, I know they're a great organization and I was stoked to come there. And every development camp and stuff has been like so much fun and everything. I look forward to it even more. So it's obviously a highlight of the summer and something I'm going to miss this year.
That was my next question, actually. We saw you play at UBC at the rookie development camp. What did you think of that?
Yeah, no, it's awesome. It's a great time, and to have so many great shooters and players coming down on you, it's obviously something that's challenging, and I like to take that challenge and accept it and try to challenge those guys as well. So I think every time you're skating with such a great group of guys who are highly skilled, have quick releases, have all the tools to be professional hockey players in the next coming years and stuff. It's something that I really try to compete hard and not let those guys score, but at the same time have fun with it and enjoy it and soak it all in.
How in contact are you with the Canucks? Like, do you talk weekly, monthly, yearly?
So I probably like monthly. I think the year after I talked to him a little bit more, but this last year, Amanda didn't play as much, so there wasn't much to talk about. So just, I talked to him a little less this past year. But obviously when you get to development camp, you talk to them and catch up with them and stuff there. But I think hopefully next year when I'm playing more, I'll be talking to them more often, just like looking over film, different things like that. To obviously they have things that they want me to work on, and then for me to talk to them and hear those things and just hear their input and stuff. It's obviously great feedback that I enjoy to have.
Because you had an injury right this year, right?
No. This year I was just I was playing behind Jeremy Swayman, who was a hat trick finalist for the Hobie Baker, and he was unbelievable this whole season. So I really gotta soak it up and learn from him a lot. I mean, he signed with the Bruins after the year was done, so having him in front of me, rooming with him on the road and stuff, it was awesome to see all his different things that he does, his routines and everything like that. And in practice every day, we were battling against each other, trying to outcompete each other, win the games against each other and stuff. And I think that just made me a better goalie this year.
Yeah, that was my next thing, actually, is being a freshman at Maine, you must have learned a lot. Even though you only got into one game. I mean, that's a crazy experience you would have had down there. And having Alfie Michaud, who's an ex-Canuck goalie, obviously must help as well.
Yeah, for sure. No, he was at the development camp my first year when I was out in Vancouver. So it was nice to have him out there. But, yeah, he's a great goalie coach, and learning from great people in front of me and the whole coaching staff. And even with practices, moving up to the college level, every player is a great player in their different ways. And so many guys have all the tools as well. So having those practices where you're practicing against such great players every single day, and obviously having goalie skates 2-3 times a week, that obviously helps you improve every single day. So finding something small to work on every day when you're not playing and stuff, like it goes a long way. So picking a little something small on the ice or off the ice or in school, anything like that to work on each day, it definitely helps out. And if you add that up over 365 days, it can go a long way. So I think that's something that I just try to take it day by day, and even playing or not playing, take it day by day and second by second, just so I can prepare myself for whatever comes.
What would you say the biggest difference is between the USHL to the NCAA?
I mean, guys are obviously, they're bigger, they're stronger. Like, you're playing against a lot of older guys. Like, there's some guys who are 24, 25 years old. So those are men that you're playing against. They're strong. They're big in front of the net. They're got quick releases. They expect the best out of themselves. So I think, like, moving up this year, I was the youngest one on the team. So learning from a bunch of older guys, how they handle themselves on and off the ice, with routines, with practice habits, all that kind of thing. I kind of took it all in. And obviously I didn't play in that many games, so having the game experience wasn't quite there, but just in practices, you can just feel they demand excellence every time you step on the ice, because there's only 36 games in college hockey season. So if you get on a 5-game skid, you're done, you're out of it. So you got to always be in it, always be ready. And I think that's something that, like, every game matters so much. I think that's one of the biggest difference I noticed going into college.
You shut down the U18 US team, correct? In exhibition?
Yep, that's correct. Yeah.
That's awesome. What's your pregame meal, and any pregame rituals you have?
We usually go to the rink for our pregame meal. So we get to the rink maybe 5 hours before game time, grab a meal, then we're allowed to go back to our dorms and stuff. So we go there, we have like sweet potatoes, a different kind of pasta, salad, a little bit of bread, and then just water and stuff like that. But I think probably my favorite pregame meal would have to be, I do like spaghetti and meatballs, but that can get a little heavy sometimes. But I think I've like more transitioned into just like having something a little bit lighter, because obviously before a game and stuff, I get decently nervous sometimes, so I'm not eating as much as I probably should. So just eating something light, getting a salad, water, sweet potato, just keeping it a little bit low on the sauce and stuff. Then that's what I like to have.
Who's your favorite sports hero?
Sports hero. Oh boy. I think in hockey I got to meet James Reimer at a young age, and he was from kind of where I'm from and stuff, and shared the same family advisor. So I've looked up to him pretty much my whole life of being a goalie and stuff. I've really enjoyed looking up to him. But I mean, if in all of sports, I love Nolan Arenado on the Colorado Rockies. I think he's a great baseball player. Unbelievable third baseman, and I've been a Rockies fan, so I like watching him play baseball. But yeah, for hockey it'd be James Reimer.
Man, that guy can hit bombs.
Oh yeah, he's quite the stud out there.
Oh yeah. Why do you wear 35?
I have pretty much always worn 35 through minor hockey and stuff. And then when I was playing, I think it was Bantam, my second year Bantam, they didn't have a 30, or the goalie was returning ahead of me, so I had to wear 30, and then I switched to 1 the next year because they didn't have a 35. And then the year after that, I wanted to try something new, went with 33, and I just didn't like it, so I wanted to go back with something that I was familiar with, and 35 has always been available, so I've just kind of stuck with that. And then, yeah, I like wearing that number, so it's just been the number I've always been.
It's definitely a famous number in Vancouver. Richard wearing it.
Who was your favorite goalie growing up? Other than, is it just Reimer?
I actually, Cory Schneider, Manitoba Moose used to be in the Vancouver's like farm team. So
yeah,
I used to go to those Manitoba Moose games and stuff. And Cory Schneider was the goalie there when they were going on their Calder Cup runs and stuff. So I loved him growing up. I followed him all the time. So yeah, I enjoyed Cory Schneider pretty much my whole life since I was first starting out.
Right on.
That's a good choice, actually.
Yeah, he's obviously, when he was playing here, he would go like up to the Canucks for a bit, and I would be asking my dad, where is he? Why isn't he here? He's up with the Canucks. Oh, okay, then you get to watch him on TV and stuff. So it was pretty cool.
And even that, he was traded for Bo Horvat. That's our captain right now.
Yeah, exactly. That's pretty crazy.
So it all worked out for everybody. We're happy with Bo, and
yeah,
New Jersey is with Schneider.
Yeah.
Who would you say the hardest shooters are in the NCAA?
Oh boy. I mean, yeah, I didn't play like too much this year, but I guess I could say on our team we had a couple guys who could really rip a puck. Sometimes it was a little high and wide, but we had some good shots on our team this year. But I mean, just watching and stuff, there were some players like oh boy, who was it? Well, like Tyler Madden. We played him this year, and he was obviously at development camp the last 2 years with me. He's a really good player in hockey. He's playing for Northeastern there. He was pretty skilled, and I think he had a hat trick against us the one game. So he had a really good game. Really good player, but I think, oh boy, who had the hardest shot? I don't even really know. I think I'd have to be more in the net to have the shot coming at me to figure out what's the hardest shot besides just looking at it from on the bench and stuff.
Fair enough. Yeah, we were both kind of hurt when we traded Tyler Madden. The kid was a beauty.
Yeah.
But, I mean, picking up Tyler Toffoli, he definitely made a name for himself there at the end, and I hope we can sign him and keep him long term.
Yeah, he's been awesome. He was just he tore it up when he came to Vancouver.
Yeah, he did. That's for sure. It sucked getting rid of Madden. I met him at the World Juniors when he was out here with Team USA.
Oh yeah, that's right.
But, yeah, I talked to him there, and he's a good kid.
Mm-hmm.
What's your favorite song, Hey? Yeah.
Favorite song? Well, I love country, so I'm gonna have to go. Yeah, gotta go with country. Kane Brown's been coming out with some good songs recently. The last time I said sorry, that song is a banger. Oh man, I love listening to that one. It's been on repeat a few times in my car, but I would have to say like all-time favorite, like Knee Deep, Zach Brown Band. Like that's a classic. I love that song a lot. But right now, it's probably Last Time I Said Sorry by Kane Brown there.
Yeah, you definitely can't go wrong with Kane Brown or Zach Brown. I mean, they're both definitely big stars in country.
Exactly.
I'm a huge Luke Combs fan.
Oh yeah,
Seen him a couple times.
Yeah, 6 feet apart. I like how he like incorporated that to the times and stuff. I thought that was pretty cool. But yeah, he's awesome. My roommate in Dubuque, he actually got like there's a country fest that's in his hometown, and Luke Combs was there 2 years ago. So he had a backstage pass and got to go take a picture with him and meet him and stuff. And I was so jealous. It looked like it was a blast.
Oh yeah, that would be sweet.
I think Mike's met him as well.
Yeah, I've met him as well. We
right
also
on.
we went to one of his small shows in like downtown Vancouver at the Commodore, and
Mm-hmm.
we were all like front row. This was like when he wasn't really a huge name yet, and I just remember him drinking his Ryan Coke, and he went to spray the stands, and it went all over my wife. She could like literally taste his drink, and I was like, "Oh, we're pretty close to him, I guess."
That's pretty cool. Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, it was a good experience.
What's your favorite sports movie?
Sports movie. Oh man. I'm not like a huge movie person. I only got like Netflix probably
Favorite
6
Netflix
months
show?
ago, so I'm still trying to get on this whole. I mean I did watch the Tiger King, but I wasn't a huge fan of that. But maybe like a soft show. Yeah, I actually enjoyed watching You. It's I don't even know how to explain the show, but it's just You.
I know,
That's
I've
the name
heard
the
of it.
show. I watched the first season and the second season. Yeah, it's I mean I've only watched I think maybe 3 shows on there. That's probably my favorite of all 3 of them.
That's awesome. Who would you say your 2 biggest influencers are in your life?
Honestly, probably both my parents. Both my parents have been giving me every opportunity ever to succeed and follow my dreams and stuff. And yeah, they've been there every step of the way from a young age to drive me to hockey, to being older and stuff, coming out to visit me in Maine, and everything in between. They've done so much for me, and yeah, I can't thank them enough. And yeah, they're definitely 2 people who have always pushed me to be my best every single day, and both on and off the ice. Being a good person is you have to be a good person. I think in our family we believe that to go somewhere in life. So I think that's a huge thing. And obviously also with hockey, just pushing me every single day to be the best goaltender I can be.
That's great.
So would you say your parents were the people you'd most like to be watching you every game?
What was that? Sorry, my Wi-Fi is not the greatest out here.
Would you say your parents were the people or the person? My question is, who would you want to watch you every game? I assume it would be your parents.
Yeah, 100%. It'd be my parents. But out in Maine, we have like it's obviously in America. My parents live in Canada, so the streams and stuff. We don't have like a school stream, so it's hard to watch the games. So when I told them I was going to start my first game in Quinnipiac, then they were like scrambling around trying to find somewhere to watch it, and they couldn't find anywhere to watch it. So they were pretty bummed out about that, but it didn't last as long as I wanted it to, which was kind of unfortunate. But at the same time, they're always trying to find different ways to stream the games and stuff. But yeah, if they come out to visit me out there and stuff, it's always great to have them out, especially in real life. I think when I was playing in Steinbach, I don't think my dad missed a home game. He was at almost every single home game. So when you have your parents that come to every game and support you that much, it's pretty cool.
Definitely. I mean, Quinnipiac, is that where Brogan Rafferty's from, correct?
Yeah.
That's a pretty big school too.
Yeah, for sure. No, they have a great hockey school. I remember, I think the first national championship game I ever watched was when they were playing, I think it was UND in the finals. I don't know, a number of years ago now, and UND ended up winning. But yeah, I remember watching them in the finals, and they have a great program there, and their rink's unbelievable as well. So it was nice going down there.
Do you keep in contact with any of the Canucks at all? Any of the prospects or anything?
Not really. I talked to Carson Folk and Jet Wu probably the most. I grew up playing against Jet Wu pretty much my whole life, and then we played together on Team Manitoba in the Western Challenge Cup. He was the captain, and then I was obviously the goalie on that team. So I got to know him a little bit through then, and then ever since, we got drafted, kind of been in touch a little bit more and stuff. But and then we're always on the same flight out here to go to Vancouver for development camp, so it's good to catch up then. too. And also Carson Folk he played for the Tri-City Americans for a bit, and I was listed by them in the dub. So I went out there to, I think it was just one camp, and we were the two youngest guys there. We were just hanging out and stuff. So it kind of got along with him a little bit, knew him a little bit then, and then played against him through my life again a little bit. So I kind of got in touch with him, and then he's obviously in Calgary with Jet. So those two knew each other. So then I got to know him a little bit more last year, development camp. So those are probably the two guys I'm closest with.
Yeah, we've actually met both of them too out here watching Giants games, and
They're both two great Canadian kids.
great people.
Yeah, they're awesome.
They stopped to take time to get pictures with a couple Canuck fans like us.
Yeah, that's awesome. No, that's they're great guys, and obviously they're two great Canadian guys from the prairie. So that's always
Canadian kids.
Yeah.
Another quick question for you. How do you feel about when people ask you for your autograph? Like, is it a nuisance, or do you actually enjoy doing it?
No, I love doing it. I think I still think it's so cool when people are asking you for your autograph and stuff. I never get old of that, and even talking to little kids or older fans or anything like that, talking to anyone and taking the time out of your way to go do that, I think it's something that I love to do. And yeah, it's just kind of how I've been raised. Just always be a great person, treat everyone with respect and stuff, no matter how old or young they are, and no matter how many autographs or things they want signed, I'll do it for them and stuff, and I enjoy doing it. So it's something that I truly enjoy.
You're definitely gonna be a fan favorite then, because a lot of guys turn that question down for sure. So it's good to see you answer that question that way for sure.
Yeah.
Do you have a shit?
What would you say? Did you guys play Wisconsin this year at all? Did you play Cole Caulfield and those guys this year?
No, never played Wisconsin this year, but I had one buddy on Wisconsin, but yeah, that's pretty much about it.
Man, that team must have been stacked.
Yeah, they had every tool that they needed, but they didn't do as great as they were supposed to. Like, they had Turcotte, Caulfield,
Condre Miller.
Miller, the defenseman. They had an unbelievable team. And yeah, I don't know, they just maybe couldn't pull it together and stuff. But yeah, they obviously had all those weapons. I think there's a decent amount of them returning next year, so maybe next year will be their year.
Do you play any fantasy hockey or fantasy football?
I actually got into both of them this last year, but we don't put any money on the line and stuff. We just kind of do it for fun, just because of the college rules and stuff like that. So we just do it for fun and everything. But yeah, I got into fantasy NFL football. Yeah, for fun. And we got into that, and it was actually, like, I didn't know what to expect at all, but it was a blast. I enjoyed it, making trades and everything like that. I thought it was cool. I think being a general manager, like, obviously on there is not anything like being a real general manager, but something like being an actual general manager in the future is something that definitely that interests me. I think it'd be so cool to have to deal with all that stuff. I mean, obviously it's got to be one of the hardest jobs in the world, but something that I think would be a lot really interesting. But then I also did hockey as well. So yeah, just doing that and trying to set the lineups all the time. Sometimes you forget and then you lose a week and then you're pissed at yourself and stuff. But usually
that's definitely what
remember.
happens.
So yeah, you get so caught up in
hockey.
everything else.
Yeah, you go ahead, man.
Yeah, you just get caught up in everything else, and then all of a sudden you see the notification that a team's playing tonight. You're like, oh no, I forgot to set my lineup, and you got all your good guys on the bench, and they get like 20 points. Oh, that's the worst feeling.
Bragging rights is always good, though. I mean, money's money or whatever, but bragging rights is always good too, especially with your own teammates.
And that
yeah, exactly.
The whole hockey, fantasy hockey, you have to actually set your roster every day, which I find totally annoying. At least football, I get to set my roster Tuesday on free agent day, Thursday for Thursday night football, Sunday probably morning.
Yeah, exactly.
There's only 3 days a week I really have to focus on football. But I'm in 5 fantasy football leagues, so I play a lot of fantasy football.
Oh yeah, right on. Do you guys CFL fans at all?
Oh, definitely. I got
Yeah.
season tickets to the BC Lions.
Okay, all right on. Well, I'm obviously I'm close to Winnipeg, so Bombers had a big year last year with the big
Yeah.
win and stuff. So I was pretty pumped about that. But I was cheering for them, and it was actually on down in Maine, and then everyone else is like, "What is this? This is garbage and stuff." So they're all chirping, and I'm like, "Oh, CFL is the best ever." So
Oh yeah, Americans
yeah.
don't like their CFL. That's for sure.
But you get
No, they hate it.
and Winnipeg, at least you got Andrew Harris running the ball.
Yeah, I know. He's he used to train at like a hockey gym. So he was training out there. So he'd just be walking around when we were working out and stuff. So it was pretty cool. But that guy was moving some weight around. Oh man.
And you guys have Adam Bighill too. You guys are picking up all our leftovers.
Yeah.
And you guys are winning and we're
exactly.
losing.
Yeah, oh boy. Yeah, it's I'm not as close to it as it used to be, just being down in the States and stuff. But when the Bombers were going on the run, I was definitely watching as much as I could.
Right on, right on. Anyways, I think we're going to wrap it up here, bud. We really appreciate you taking your time and coming on with us. And we wish you best of luck in your future. And we know you're going to have a big future. And we hope you run a Canucks uni pretty soon here, bud.
Awesome. Thank you very much for having me on, guys.
And thank you for coming on.
Yeah, no problem. Anytime.
Okay, have a good day.
Yeah, you guys too. See ya.